Ever felt like you gave someone your entire world only to have them toss it aside like it was nothing? Yeah, I've been there. My story is about a girl named Scarlett, a whirlwind of charm and promises that I, Nathan, fell for completely. I thought we had it all figured out, a future painted in bright, happy colors. But one day the canvas was ripped to shreds, and the picture was gone. It all started so perfectly, like something out of a movie. We met, we clicked, and soon we were inseparable. I was convinced she was the one. I trusted her with everything, my hopes, my fears, my heart. We talked about forever, about building a life together. I believed every word she said, every promise she made. Little did I know, I was just a character in a story she was writing, and my chapter was about to end abruptly. The signs were there, I guess, tiny red flags I chose to ignore. The late-night texts she'd hide, the friends I never got to meet, it's a sudden need for space. I chalked it all up to stress from her new job. I wanted to be the supportive boyfriend, the one who trusted her implicitly. I told myself I was being paranoid, that our love was stronger than my silly insecurities. But a gut feeling is a powerful thing, and mine was screaming at me. One evening I planned a surprise dinner, our favorite takeout, candles, the whole romantic setup. I waited and waited. My food got cold. Hours passed. Finally a text, "Sorry, got held up at work. Rain check." My heart sank. I knew something was wrong. That night, I couldn't sleep. The trust I'd held onto so tightly was starting to unravel, thread by painful thread. The next day, a friend sent me a photo. It was from a mutual acquaintance's social media story. And there she was, Scarlett. She wasn't at work. She was at a fancy downtown bar, laughing, her arm linked with another guy's. He was a wealthy older man, someone from her new work circle she'd mentioned. The picture was a punch to the gut. The world tilted on its axis. All the lies, the excuses, they all clicked into place like a twisted puzzle. This wasn't a work thing. This was a choice. She had chosen him. She had chosen his money, his status, over everything we had built. My love, my trust, it was all a game to her. The heartbreak was suffocating, a physical weight on my chest. I felt foolish, naive, and utterly broken. I confronted her, the photo on my phone screen acting as undeniable proof. She didn't even try to deny it. The coldness in her eyes was the final blow. She told me it was over. She said he could give her a life I couldn't, a life of luxury and security. She called me a stepping stone, a comfortable stop on her way to something better. Her words were like daggers, each one hitting its mark. "It's not personal, Nathan," she said. "It's just business. Business." Our love, our future, was just a transaction to her. In that moment, the sadness turned into a cold, hard resolve. I wouldn't let her destroy me. I wouldn't let her just walk away and live her perfect life while I was left picking up the pieces. She thought she had one. But the game wasn't over yet. After a few weeks of wallowing, I started to think. Not about getting her back, but about getting my own back. Her betrayal had a silver lining. It lit a fire under me. I had always had this side hustle, a small e-commerce project I was passionate about, but never fully committed to because I was always putting our relationship first. Now, I had nothing but time and a whole lot of motivation. I poured every ounce of my frustration and energy into my business. I worked late nights, not waiting for a text that would never come, but building something for myself. I studied marketing, I refined my product, I learned everything I could. My small project started to grow, slowly at first, then all at once. It was like all the energy I de-invested in her was finally being redirected into my own success. About a year later, my little side hustle wasn't so little anymore. It had become a thriving company. I was doing better than I ever imagined. I was happy, genuinely happy for the first time since the breakup. My life was full, not because of someone else, but because of what I had built. One day, I was at a tech conference, giving a presentation as a keynote speaker. As I looked out at the crowd, I saw a familiar face in the audience. It was Scarlett. Her jaw was on the floor. She looked stunned, almost unrecognizable without the smug confidence she used to wear like a coat. After my speech, she cornered me, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. "Nathan, wow, look at you. I had no idea. We should catch up." I just smiled, a calm, genuine smile. "Scarlett," I said, my voice steady. "I'm doing great." but I'm also very busy. I looked her right in the eye. I learned a valuable lesson from you. It's not personal, it's just business. My business is my priority now. The look on her face was priceless. The shock, the regret, the dawning realization that the stepping stone she'd cast aside had built a castle of his own. I turned and walked away, leaving her standing there amidst the crowd. I didn't need to say anything more. My success was my revenge. It wasn't about hurting her. It was about showing her, and myself, that my worth was never tied to her approval. She chose a man for his wealth, but I had built my own. Her world, it turned out, wasn't as perfect as she'd planned. I heard through the grapevine that her relationship with the wealthy guy fizzled out. Apparently he was just as transactional as she was and moved on to someone new and younger. She'd tried reaching out to me a few more times with long emails about how she made a mistake and how she'd always loved me. But I never replied. My silence was the final chapter. It wasn't about being cruel. It was about self-preservation. I had built a new life, a better life, and there was no room in it for the ghost of a person who saw me as disposable. The best revenge isn't loud or dramatic. It's quiet. It's living a life so full and happy that the person who hurt you becomes a distant, irrelevant memory. So for anyone out there going through a brutal breakup, feeling like your world has ended, let my story be a sign. Don't waste your energy on revenge in the traditional sense. Instead, channel that pain. Use it as fuel. Build yourself up. Focus on your goals, your passions, your own happiness. Become so successful and content in your own life that their absence is a blessing, not a curse. Let your success be your statement. Let your happiness be your revenge. It's the sweetest and most satisfying victory you can achieve. You are not a stepping stone for anyone. You're the entire path, the destination, and the architect of your own amazing future. Thanks for listening to my story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.